Hello everyone, this is Jay, Artsy-Rose, and it is 4:30 a.m. in the morning. Well, people call it morning when the sun isn't up yet. Well, I'm changing the way things are. I'm gonna change the way things are, I swear. It is 4:30 a.m. late in the night. Because that's really what it is. It's still dark outside, but people say it's anyway, I figure I could start Skeletiano little thing any extra early before the crack of dawn. So, is anyone ready? Skeletiano, main story, chapter 8. I've missed Skeletiano. How about you give to me what means most to you? What means most to me? Yes, in exchange, I'll give you the medicine that can turn you back human. The great wizard looked at Skeletiano like a mischievous child. Okay then. Skeletiano enthusiastically and stood taller. Please wait just a bit. I'm going back to my house. I'll be back soon. Skeletiano sat down on the flying chair and flew away with great speed. The great wizard watched Skeletiano disappear and laughed quietly. Just what does he intend to get back from his house? I have no clue. At any rate, why does Bones suddenly want to be human again? It's not like I know him that well, but I always thought he liked being a skeleton. It's because Skeletiano and I have fallen in love. Oh, wow. This is the love challenge about that. It's not like that. I have it covered. See? In order for the king to accept our relationship, he had proved that he's the better man for me than the king. I see. We went to JJ's lab before coming here, but JJ couldn't help us. That makes sense. Magic and science are two different things. Although I do understand why you'd think JJ could help you. The way he throws himself into his research is truly amazing. He's always researching or inventing something, isn't he? Yeah, he's the type that doesn't notice anything around him when he gets absorbed in his own affairs. It's been a little scary lately. Perhaps he's trying to fill a hole in his heart. A hole in his heart? Maybe he's chasing after something he's lost. Just then, Skeletiano came back on his flying chair. Sorry to make you wait. I've brought what means most to me. When you see it, you'll certainly like it too. I'm looking forward to it. The great wizard grinned. Skeletiano was holding I always thought a self-published book would have... I was originally going to pick the self-published book, but after... Hold on. Wait a minute. Okay, I was actually... For a moment, I forgot that we were on chapter 8. But I don't think I said that at the beginning, did I? Skeletiano's main... Let me make up for that. Skeletiano's main story, chapter 8. And originally I was just going to choose the signed, self-published book, because if I were Skeletiano, I just thought that would have been a more... I just thought a high resonant glamour shot of himself was kind of ridiculous. But then, this is Skeletiano. If that were to really be his prized possession, it would be only because Philip actually took the picture. So if I were, I guess it kind of makes sense. It makes sense for him. So I'm just choosing it because it's something Skeletiano. This is your picture? Yes, indeed it is. To this day, this is my best glamour shot. By the way, the one who took this picture is Mr. Philip. He has a first-class talent as a cameraman. What an amazing artist he is. It is certainly a good picture. This is the first time in my life in Niflheim that I've seen such white and shiny bones. It is a miracle shot. The great wizard looked at Skeletiano's most valuable item with a smile. So this is what means most to you? Yes, please give me the medicine that will return me to my old self like you promised. How naive. Huh? The smile that had been on the great wizard's face had vanished. And I'll be right back. And we're back here again. What's the dialogue for this one? Is this a book you wrote yourself? Yes, indeed it is. It's the first collection of classical essays of my amusing life in Niflheim. Well, that's neat. I published it myself. So there are only 100 copies. It's extremely valuable. Is that right? I've even signed it. This is the only one of the 100 copies that's signed. So it is. There's even a drawing of a skeleton. It looks just like you. The great wizard looked at Skeletiano's most valuable item with a smile. So this is what means most to you? Yes, please give me the medicine that will return me back to my old human self, like you promised. How naive. The smile that had been on the great wizard's face vanished. What's that old hound up to? I wonder. Your head is full of moths if you think this is the way to seriously handle a magical transaction. So, this is not enough? The great wizard abruptly raised one of his hands. What is he doing? With a wave of his hand, a great gust of wind picked up all of a sudden. Ah! I reflectively shut my eyes because of the strong wind when I heard... What is this? What? Skeletiano scream. Huh? When I opened my eyes, Skeletiano was flying high in the sky, caught up in the vortex. Skeletiano! I cried out to him already far away, and my voice didn't reach him. What do you think you're doing? I glared at the great wizard, and he answered with seemingly no sense of guilt at all. I was a bit irritated I couldn't help it. Hurry up and stop the wind! It's no use. Bones has already flown off. Looks like he's off to the west. Looks like he's gone off to the west. Enough! I'm helping him myself! After Skeletiano as he was carried off by the wind. Skeletiano had made an emergency landing in front of a certain house. Oh no! Skeletiano's bones had scattered all over the place, far from the impact of the fall. Skeletiano, I'm coming! I spoke to Skeletiano's skull, which was rolling next to me. Phew! What a surprise! It has been a while since I was in small pieces like this. Today is a memorial of my falling apart, it seems. If you're able to crack jokes, then you must be fine. I started gathering up the scattered pieces of one. I started gathering up the pieces one by one. As I did, Victor came out of the house. What are you doing in front of our house? Victor, so this is your house? I'm not Victor. I'm Fun. Nice to meet you. But you look just like Victor. Are you teasing me? I don't know how to put it. I'm bad at describing things to people. I have Victor's body, but my heart's not his. Think of it that way. His facial expression, his voice, his way of speaking, they're all different from usual. Are things just as he says? Skeletiano's skull explained everything as I stood there, confused. Victor has multiple personalities. Fun is one of the great many personalities living inside of him. Multiple personalities? I've heard that it was caused by something in his past, but I do not know the details. Well, that's that for now. I wish I had a few more tickets. This is Artsy Jandy, and I will see you Thursday. Goodbye. This is Jandy the Artsy-Rose, and I'll see you Thursday. Goodbye.